story of Still Tippin from the CEO's perspective. The song Still Tippin was derived from a freestyle Slim Thug did on the SwishaBlast mixtape. Big Time was the beat maker who made the beat for the Still Tippin version, which included Slim Thug, Mike Jones, and Chameleon now. I had issues with Big Time prior to this because I bought an ASR-10 to help him with producing and creating music for what I was working on at the time. He made it disappear, and after confronting him about it, I chose not to work with him. A year later, Watts came to me about letting Big Time come to the studio to work on the Day Hell Broke Loose 2 project, which I compromised to get the work done. We began working on the Day Hell Broke Loose 2, and simultaneously, we were working on a project called Major Without a Major Deal. Me and Big Time had another issue because I found out he was talking down on SwishaBlast when he was hanging out at Sucker Free Records. This caused us to part ways again, which without my knowledge, he took the project along with one of our songs that featured our artist to Rap A Lot Records. I got wind of what was going on because Big Time was running around saying he was putting the Day Hell Broke Loose out. That's when I informed Watts about it, and his response was, "They can't do that, shut it down." I had my attorney at the time, Carol Guest, send Rap A Lot a cease and desist. I was soon found out that they did have the right to put the Day Hell Broke Loose out based on the paperwork that was coming through my fax machine that had Michael Watts' signature on it. That's when me and Ferris had to get creative. We had already been buying beats from Salih. Ferris had Paul Wall and Magno write to the beat that would become the Still Tippin beat. Ferris had Watts fly Slim and Mike's vocals onto the beat along with Paul's verse. Mike was our artist, and Paul had recently signed to the label. I met Slim Thug in downtown Houston with the paperwork and a check for his verse on the song. We changed the name of the compilation to the Day Hell Broke Loose 2, aka Major Without a Major Deal, and it's a caption I put inside the cover that read, "A fool in war is one who reveals his hand only to have his plan executed perfectly against himself." That was a slug at Big Time for running around talking about what he was going to do. He would later assign his rights to someone who attempted to sue us, the artist and the producer. I offered the guy $20K and he passed on it, so we took it to court and won the frivolous case they were claiming. In 2024, the producer Big Time would attempt to file another lawsuit making another claim. This time he's naming SwishaBlast, Rap A Lot, Mike Jones, and the Texans. I asked Watts did he want me to handle it because this needed to be dealt with, and his response was for me to handle it, knowing he was filing a lawsuit against me because according to his lawsuit, SwishaBlast and SwishaBlast is two different entities, and SwishaBlast never had the right to use SwishaBlast, although it's on every project, marketing materials, ads, etc. we've produced the last 20 plus years. SwishaBlast was a brand and logo which never was an LLC until approximately 2 years ago. SwishaBlast is and has been the entity doing business as SwishaBlast. I responded to the new Still Tippin false claim because that's what CEOs do.
What you know about me? I'm on that 5-9 South Lee, baby, holla at me.